don't need anything else like that because the circle and everything and the map is already small enough to the point that you shouldn't really have too much of an issue getting there just by running around or using like jump pads, etc., etc. Well, this would actually interfere because the only way you'd actually be able to get on the train is if it happened to come by at that one specific time for you to be able to hop on and actually go to maybe some sort of like the next zone. Moving on down here though, a little bit farther within this Fortnite intel post, I want to read you guys exactly what's going to be happening here and why this concept would be so cool. It says, this concept would help players travel quicker around the map and would offer more loot to players that decided to board the train. Players need to be careful going across the train tracks as the train would have the ability to kill players.
Oh my god.
You can die by basically a whole bunch of random shenanigans in Fortnite Battle Royale. But imagine being run over by a train here in Fortnite, and that is the way you actually die. I mean, to me, that sounds freaking ridiculous.
What?
You can be going through a tunnel, and there can be a train coming up behind you, and all of a sudden, man, you are just dead. That'd be so freaking funny to be able to see that. At one point in the circle, there's just a whole bunch of people that instantaneously die because they got caught in a tunnel for the train. And it says also, the user has also added, imagine the possibilities, running for your life on a tunnel bridge with an engine chugging up behind you, sniping from a diner car, doing the L dance on top of the boxcar as you zoom in and out of the storm, remote explosives on the tracks to wipe out anyone hitching a ride, the prize llama as the engineer. So if you guys do not know what the prize llama is, obviously the loot llama, the thing that spawns randomly around the map, and sometimes even in trees. I mean, I've seen it actually spawn like halfway up a tree. It was pretty weird. But imagine that. The prize llama is the engineer that's taking you around, the loot. Maybe there's some extra loot on the train cars. Maybe some extra legendary stuff on there. But to me, that sounds freaking ridiculous. And it sounds super awesome that the possibility of even having, a train car or an automated train to go around the map. In fact, you can actually maybe get on top of the box cars. You can actually be able to snipe people from them. I mean, it would just add such a cool gameplay element to make it just so that, Fortnite is even differentiated up or just even, had a little bit more variety to how people actually play the game. I know on the map here that this actually does not go straight through Tilted Towers, which is actually a pretty good thing. It does actually go by Pleasant Park on the map, as you guys will be able to see from the image I'll put back up on screen, but it does go by Pleasant Park. It goes through like a tunnel right there. It actually does go by that Wailing Woods. He goes by Moisty. What is that? The soccer field or something like that. So imagine that, a train station or something being right at the soccer field. I don't know exactly where you get on the train.
What the hell? My elbow.
I'd like to know your guys' thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below here on what you guys actually think about a train being added into Fortnite Battle Royale. Something this actually does bring me a little bit more to talk about is the fact that there's also something else here that somebody had brought up down in the comments on this Fortnite Insider. Somebody actually started talking about having bicycles be added into Fortnite because they actually hate it when the storm is 3 miles away or 3 million miles away, and it says maybe not having a motorcycle, but at least maybe a bicycle because it would just make it a little bit easier to get from one place to the other. It says it would be cool, but you destroy the tracks. Many players would be destroying and leaving the train useless, or just to make it almost unusable. So I guess Epic Games would have to balance it out and make it so that you can't destroy the tracks. I know there's certain items here in Fortnite Battle Royale that you can actually not destroy, period. Like there's just land objects you can't, get resources, which is obviously probably what they'd have to do for the tracks. You can't just like blow up a bridge or something that the train go across. That'd probably make the game lag out if we had to have the train go across and derail and explode and everything. I mean, Fortnite is always kind of like synonymous for having a little bit of like random lag at points.
How is that a foul?
A building object, I was on top of a ramp, and all of a sudden I couldn't move at all. All I could do was look around, and then the next thing I know, I was on the ground below it, and I was down. So it's really weird. Fortnite's had a bunch of different and weird sorts of lag, so I can't blow up the train or the train tracks. I think they just make it super just ridiculous and almost basically not even usable at that point. But for the fact of actually even getting, let's say, a bicycle to make it a bit easier, I can imagine seeing somebody riding a bicycle through a field and maybe hitting them, with a dome shot with a sniper rifle, picking them up. I think that is a really cool moment. So having a bicycle and a train would probably allow a little bit more people to get to the zone. With a lot more people actually getting to the zone, would this make it so that the circles actually have a lot more people in them, even at the later stages? Because it seems a lot as a person. A lot of people do jump out the Tilted Towers. That the player count dwindles very, very fast, almost sometimes by half, if not a little bit more, just at the end of the very first circle, because a lot of people jump out and they pretty much instantly die if they don't have something. And especially at Tilted Towers, there's basically only going to be 1 to 2, or maybe even like a squad that's going to make it out of Tilted Tower.
Hi guys, so this is the all-new Chevy Equinox. It's gorgeous.
Your ass.
Heated and ventilated front seats, heated rear seats, a panoramic sunroof, built-in 4G.
Now you're gonna make that. Now I'm gonna do this.
Surround vision, safety alert seat, and team driver technology.
All of that is in this one car.
Yeah, and to get all these features, you would have to buy all 5 of those products.
Whoa, oh, and we're alive. At least that's what happens when my squad jumps at Tilted Towers. We want to be the absolute last people in Tilted, unless there's new people coming from outside of Tilted to kind of come in and see all the destruction that we have caused. We don't let anybody else survive from Tilted. If you think you're surviving,
always
and
on
you got
the
another
one who
thing
got
coming, my
doing
friend,
bad.
we're gonna be taking you out.
But
So
rebound,
that's
I like
about
it.
it as far as the bicycles and transportation goes. I know a lot of people, I would like to just kind of mention this real fast, a lot of people have been talking about the whole meteor strike happening in Fortnite and how there's a whole bunch of different Morse code. I covered that in a previous video, but I do want to mention it here at the end of this one, is that the date was actually said to be 4/18, and whether that actually means April 18, so here roughly in around 11 days or so, that, you know, the new meteor strike is actually going to be hitting Tilted Towers, or is it going to be entirely missing Tilted Towers? We don't exactly know, but I figured you guys would just kind of enjoy that little tidbit of information there, that people actually use the Morse code, and it kind of brought it up to that sort of point. And then lastly, I did cover the space theme potential for Season 4. I think that'd be absolutely ridiculous, and I'd be interested to see, are they going to be doing something regarding a new map, or, you know, just a space theme, or something entirely crazy and wacky based on all the different outfits and suggestions. Because even
get that out of here.
Daily item reset, we got all space themed stuff. So it seems like Fortnite has got a huge, huge sort of fascination with space, aliens, and everything of the sort. So you guys be on the lookout for anything Fortnite Battle Royale. If you guys happen to have enjoyed this video, sure drop a like on it. A like rating is always greatly appreciated. Make sure you guys enter yourselves into my 5,000 V-Bucks giveaway by dropping a like, subscribing, clicking your notifications, commenting down below free V-Bucks. That being said, my name has been Chuck. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Hope to see you around on the channel in the future. But until next time, just remember to look out, don't be Randy, and I'm out. Peace.
Oh my gosh, he passed me. Give me that. Thank you. If he messed that, I would have been so mad. I bought one for my bottle. Are we trying to see the dude next right here? I think we're top here. Nah. What? Come on, Kylie. I'm gonna do the stuff. Leftovers.
Console's on, loaded up to my gaming monitor. The other monitors are for other editing stuff. We have a gold scar spawn for 5,000 V-Bucks in the main menu. I'm beyond lost at what this is. Has Fortnite become like pay to win? Alright, what is going, what is happening? How's everybody doing today? My name is Chuck, and welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale video. For you guys here today is, well, as you guys can see by the intro of the video, we have something that's actually pretty interesting here to talk about, go over, and discuss in this video. And that is Fortnite going to become, or is Fortnite now becoming pay to win? So, I mean, this is going to be a pretty interesting video. If you guys could do me a favor and drop a fat like on it, a like rating is always greatly appreciated. Make sure you guys enter into my 5,000 V-Bucks giveaway, which is going to be ending literally here after this video before I pick the winner and restart up a new one. And you guys all you have to do is drop a like on the video, subscribe, and turn down below. Free V-Bucks, get yourselves entered in before that one, of course, does end, and I do, like I said, have to restart a brand new one, and of course, then pick a winner. So that being said, let's hop into today's video and talk to you guys about Fortnite now pay to win. So this is not a video or something like a topic that I ever thought I'd probably be making. So
I like
that
that.
being said, Fortnite. Is this actually going to be something that's happening? As you guys can tell by the intro of the
Look at the
video, I
greatness
loaded up my
right here.
Fortnite, and in my item shop, there was a gold scar spawn. And with there actually being that gold scar spawn, like, I was not ready for this. All I did was load up my Fortnite. I was just sitting there, as you guys can tell, I was just turning on my lights, getting ready to sit down and record an entirely different video. But for whatever reason, that ended up popping into my thing. And before I could even launch up my Elgato software, I ended up having to sort of like to restart the game due to an
baby, give me the ball.
And I couldn't get up my Elgato in time to be able to capture some of the footage. The only thing I actually got was me using my actual camera, which I record my face cams with, to be able to show you guys basically what it was. So that's pretty interesting. And I don't know if that was some sort of a weird glitch in the game or anything else like that, but kind of speaking as a bit of like a glitch, something that's actually happened here in Fortnite as of recent. So for those of you guys that have not kept up on Fortnite and just stuff really in general, like news and stuff like that. So as you guys know, we did have a bunch of different camos that are released to come to the game, and just shortly after, roughly like 3, 4, 5 days later, we just basically were starting to get those camos in on a daily basis for those daily rotations. And we haven't gotten that like nice
he doesn't have a
camo
point.
yet,
I
the
swear
really
to God,
sick
I
looking
think
one. We haven't got like the gold astronaut yet, but we did actually end up getting the Easter bunny and all that
I know
sort of
you
stuff.
have a
So we did
point.
get at least a few of those out of the leaked images, and generally everything that is leaked in the game's files does end up coming into the game because they do rotate out the skins quite frequently. But like as I was getting back to what I was going to say a little bit earlier, is that for those of you guys that haven't been keeping up to date with everything Fortnite Battle Royale related, and you haven't been scouring around on those like Intel websites and everything, it generally has all the information first. There was actually somebody who spawned into Fortnite, and their game was really glitching out super hardcore. And if I get footage, I'll put it up on screen for you guys. But they were actually glitching out super hardcore. They couldn't do anything. Their game was frozen. They almost got kicked out of it. But in the time of them actually dropping down, all the textures were not loading in any way, shape, or form. They dropped down, and in one of the objects in the Fortnite Battle Royale multiplayer map, there was a vending machine in which you could actually distribute. I think you could actually
that bomb went through my damn body.
Wood, I believe is what it was, and it gave you a death machine. So what rarity the death machine would have been, I don't exactly know. But that kind of made me think a little bit about the experience I just had at the main screen of the menu about Fortnite being in a sense pay to win. Because let's say that is actually something that's going to be coming into the game here in a little bit. Because you could tell that by the footage I was up on screen, as long as it was up there, is that it's all animated. That was all entirely 100% animated. That's texturized. That's everything. That is meant to be there. That's not some sort of weird fluke. I mean, that is literally meant to be in Fortnite. And with that meaning to actually be in Fortnite, that's a little bit kind of brings me up some of my concerns, as maybe that's going to be something that could potentially wreck the whole
of
the game. Because let's say we get that 250 wood is used for a death machine. Well, what happens if you, let's say, have to spend 500 wood to get like a blue burst AR, a blue regular AR, or like 750 wood to, let's say, get a scar? And maybe that's a little bit more rare found on the map, but imagine if that is there for absolutely everybody. Let's say you jump out to Wailing Woods, there's a vending machine nearby with scars, and you can go ahead and basically just chop down a bunch of trees, get your 750 wood, or whatever type of materials it does require of you, and then bam, instantly, your squad is going to have entirely, they're all going to be decked out with, like purple and gold scars, which would be freaking ridiculous if that was actually the case. Something I also would like to say, though, is that Epic Games generally is very good at balancing stuff. So for those of you guys that you haven't tried out the new guided missile update yet, I mean, a lot of people were really super skeptical about, like, how is a guided missile going to be implemented into Fortnite? Is it going to be ridiculously broken? And for me personally, I haven't found that it's ridiculously broken. I've actually found that it is incredibly, incredibly fun. And it does actually leave your character, vulnerable, obviously, while you're using it. I've seen a couple of clips of Ninja actually getting people while they're trying to, missile him. He takes a jump pad, jumps away, gets out right behind him, and actually kills them before they can even do anything about it. Of course, when you do die, your missile basically just goes off into the oblivion, like if you're just an RPG and you miss your
I'm gonna turn around.
So we are back again with part 2 on how to beat domination, and in this video I'm going to be telling you guys how you can get 3 stars in every single game of domination. So you can see here I have done domination. I've got 297 stars out of 297 stars, and I never struggled at all because of these tips I'm going to show you. I don't think I ever even redid one game. It was just a breeze for me. But if you guys haven't seen my part 1, there will be a card thing up there. Make sure to click on that or just go through my channel and find it. It's how to win every game, because that video is extremely important, and that's definitely the first part towards this one because it has a lot of correlation. But yeah, so the first thing is make sure you watch that first video and put your center at point guard. I created a lineup that you guys can check out in that video. Created a lineup that is that or similar to that, and you guys will be good, and you'll see why I Shaq at point guard later in this video. And yeah, so that's what you need to know from the start. So I've got this video playing on my PS4 right now, and I'm going to hit play. So setting it up is the start, and I'm just going to go through what you do. So we can see we're in the tip right now. Bill Russell versus Mark Eden. This is against the all-time Jazz, so an extremely good team, but we still destroyed them and got 3 stars, way above 3 stars. So we can see we're just playing defense here. I'm just showing this because defense is extremely hard, and defense is the one issue. You have to make sure that you play good defense, but they're always going to score. They always score, and they always surprise you. So we can see we're coming up here, and I want to just give the ball to Shaq, and you need to run 5 out. So left on the D-pad, R2, 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 triangle, 5 out. So left on the D-pad, 3 times R2, 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 and then triangle, and you'll get 5 out. And then post up just like this, just like I showed in my how to win tutorial, and you'll get +5 extra post move score because of it. So center at point guard, I use Shaq because he's OP, but you can use pretty much any center that can dunk and has strength. So we'll see here, +2 layup, that's 2, 7 for post move, and +2 for made shot. Now if you add an assist to that, if you add a second chance points, you're going to be getting a lot of them, and because you can do this so quickly when you're 1 out with an opponent, this is really, really huge to be able to do this, and that's why you want to put a center at point guard so you can just destroy their point guard, and I talk about that more in my winning video. So now, fast break scores is absolutely massive, because you got to make sure you get fast break scores so then they come down and score, and you've got more time to then try and get more MT. Because fast scores mean that you get faster MT. So we can see right now, we're just rushing it through. I'd prefer a missed shot rather than taking 24 seconds to get a wide open shot. So that's the whole thing you have to think about, is you don't want to use up a lot of the shot clock. You want to make sure you run down the court, either get a fast break or feed your point guard, which is actually a center, and just destroy it in the post against their point guard. So you can see me just push through, and because you're running 5 out, when you get past that first opponent, there's no second opponent, and you'll just be straight at the rim, being able to attack it and get a dunk or get a layup. So it's just pretty easy. You can see that play there was a very nice one. I'm going with JoJo White, and it's just that easy. You can do this with any other players. Like, I'm using really good ones because I wasn't really going to change my lineup for this video, because I also wanted to make sure that I was going to win. But you can see right there, it's pretty damn OP, just running through, getting through the first player, even though they're crazy good to Karl Malone, but we get that +2, and yeah, free throws. Now this one is massive. You guys can see this is the end of the game. We shot 90%. Make sure you shoot at least 10 free throws, or else you will not get a bonus at the end of the game. So you can look right here, you see free throw, minimum 10 shots, and we got 129 MT because of the multiplier when we got 9 out of 10. So that's 90%, and make sure that you get them. So you guys might be going, okay, I can't get free throws. Don't worry, you're probably in regular domination, and that's why it's so hard. When you get to historic, the difficulty goes up, and you get so many more free throws. So don't worry about it in regular domination. Only
I swear to God, I got a point with him.
Historic and all-time, make sure you do it, because trust me, you will need to. And here we go. The next play up, you can just, I'm pretty sure this was just like a bonus clip type. Oh no, that's just That's just a free throw. I'm sorry. So 3-pointers as well.
Okay,
Need
that
to make
has
sure
to
you
be a foul.
shoot at least 5 3-pointers. You can see I shot 9, 4 out of 9, 44% is a really good percentage. But if you don't,
What the hell is that?
mine was 52 MT.
We've got
That
that,
could be
by the
make
way.
and break point. If you don't get that MT, you might lose. So the way
What
I get my threes
the heck?
is I just grab the board right here, you can see, and I go down with JoJo White on the fast break again and pull that three. That'll only happen like once
I gotta get
every...
free throws.
It'll happen very, very
Go!
commonly. I don't even know that's the word. But you can see I go in the post, the double team comes down, kicking out, and pop the three. I talked about this a lot more in part 1, so check that out if you haven't. And yeah, they shoot a three here, but we get the board. We're running up the court, and you'll see right here, I go for the post up straight away because I realise that I'm not going to get a fast break with Shaq against John Stockton. So I go in the post, they bring the double, I kick it to JoJo, he pops it, and he missed it, I think, which is why I cut it out. But Spencer Haywood, he doesn't want to miss, he made that one, and it gives you so much MT, +4 for assist, +3, that's only 7 actually. But second chance points, this is something that not many people realise. When you shoot a bucket and you miss, you get a rebound which is +6, and then if you score again, you get an extra +4 for a second chance point. So we can see here, dunk made, that's +3, +4 right there. You also get your post move, and if you get an assist, you get an assist as well. So you basically get +10 because you get a rebound and also a second chance point. So we'll look right here. One more thing, because you're going to be running your point guard at you're going to be running your center at point guard. Your center is going to get a lot of rebounds. If you miss your shot under the basket, trust me, you'll be getting a lot of offensive rebounds with your point guard dash center. So I'm going to miss this shot. Bill Russell's on the boards, goes up straight away, gets that +6 for a rebound, hustle a rebound, it comes up, and then gets the +3 for dunk made, and the +4 for second chance, and the +2 for made shot, which just all adds up. All of this adds up. And if you complete all these steps, trust me, you're going to be good. +8 MT for a block, and then +6 for a rebound. That's +14 every single time you get a block, pretty much. I got +3 shot defense, so you can get that too, which will make it +17 at the end of a quarter. Make sure you jump at the ball when they take a half-court shot, because you can get a quick block, and if you get 4 of those, what's that? I'm not even going to do the maths. It's 32 because 8 + 8 = 16, and then yeah, 32 MT to add. And if they start running a press at the end, just expose it. Just run straight through with your fast player, which I told in part 1 to get a fast player, and you're going to be racking up this MT like there is no tomorrow. You guys do not even understand, and don't give them mercy. Just go every single time to try and get the MT. See, I got the assist there, dunk made, that's +7, +9 because I got that all added up, and it's just that easy. Now this is the play that I like to show. This is everything going perfectly. So you can see I get a good stop. There's not really an open lane. I'm like, no, I'm not taking that. And I just go up straight away. And you can see on the right side I said no, but on the left side I was a little bit patient and I got it. Now if we have a look at my MT bonus at the end, we can see we got green on everything, which is always good. And because it's a full-time domination, we got a 1.5 multiplier. We completed it easily. 1,139 MT is alright. It's pretty good. I probably could have got better, but you can see in the thumbnail I got a lot better. Bill Russell didn't even miss. He got 3 blocks. These are just the types of players you need. The final game stats, you can have a look. We got our free throws, we got our threes, we got a good field goal percentage, we got a lot of blocks, and that's what won it for us, and that's how easy it was. So I know a lot of you guys are going to be going, how in all time do you get 970 MT? And it is a good question, but trust me, it's so easy, because you do get that 1.5 multiplier. And then in historic domination, how do you get 920? You get a 1.25 multiplier, and this one's probably the hardest. This is the one where you have to make sure you do the stuff, or else you'll not get it. And in the final regular domination games, you won't really have to do it. I don't think it's that important to be able to have to do your free throws and your threes, but just make sure you do it, because you may as well. You don't really want to risk it, so, but it is a lot harder to draw free throws, so don't really worry about it, but you may definitely do it for historic and definitely do it for all time, because they get very close. It's a lot harder to draw free throws, so don't really worry about it, but you may as well if you're close. But definitely do it for historic and definitely do it for all time, because they get very close, and mine weren't that close, but I did have some pretty close ones that I was really happy I did end up doing the free throws. Now, also a couple more things. There was one game where it was really close, and I knew I was going to beat the team, so I just decided to go into overtime for MT. And let me just give you an estimate for how much MT you need per quarter in each difficulty. So let's say for regular domination, I say about 125 MT per quarter, which should be pretty easy because it is on pretty low difficulty. If you follow these steps, if you do the Shaq thing with any center, you will get that easily. Like, you'll get 150 each quarter, so don't worry about that. You just need to end up with about 400 at the end of the game, and then you'll get your multipliers, you'll get your free throws, you'll get your threes, and it'll be all good. Now, for historic domination, this is probably the toughest one to get 3 stars because I recommend about 150